Good morning, my peeps. I think it's day 172. We had a change of plans yesterday when we found that nice beach. We decided to stay there and enjoy the rest of the day, which cut our day short by 3 or 4 miles, which means I got 3 or 4 miles extra to do today. And then we decided there's so many people trying to get to the 12 spots at the Birches that we better put on a few more miles and get as close as we can to it. So we're probably looking at about a 24-mile day. This is gonna be hard, but I think it's the best thing for us to do. We'll be out of the 100-mile wilderness, and you know, sometimes you just gotta buck up and get it done. This is one of those days, and not much more I can say except I gotta keep walking. It's before 6. Didn't get to see the sunrise because I was gone for that, but it was looking pretty good on that lake. So it's cold. I gotta keep moving so I can warm up. There she is. That's Katahdin. That mountain in the distance. That's where we're headed. So the way it all shook out this morning is since we got like 24 miles to go, we all headed out when we wanted to. Each person left at their own time because it's hard to keep the same pace for that many miles. So we just decided each of us has our own pace, and that's a long way to go. We'll probably see each other on the way, but we know where we're meeting up at the end of the day. It's a long way, and we'll get there when we get there. The last part of the 100-mile wilderness, if you're northbound, is relatively flat, but as you can see, you do still get a few rocks and a few uphills. That's pretty steep grade. You can't really tell from the video, but I think once I'm over this 600 or 700 foot climb, I think it's pretty much downhill and flat after that. Give me some flat, I'll take it. This is probably about the best view of Katahdin I'll get. It's right behind that cloud back there. It's a pretty big mountain. I think I got a 3,000 or 4,000 foot climb that day. But today's turning out to be a really wet, rainy, cold day. Not a great day to try 24, 25 miles, but I don't really have any choice. I got to get to where I'm going. I need food. That's the way the trail is, man. Sometimes you get good days, sometimes it kicks you in the rear end. It's finally stopped raining for a little bit. The rain's been going on for 4 hours or so, so I haven't gotten a lot of footage in because it's just hard to do anything in the rain. The roots are slippery, there's mud everywhere, and the rain comes and goes. It's just, cell phones don't do that well in water. There's just lots of reasons to keep the phone away, but it's kind of stopped, but you can see it's still very wet. I've missed a lot of good scenery. The last part of the 100-mile wilderness is pretty good with waterfalls and brooks and shelters with water in front of them. But I'll take some pictures. I mean, that's the way the trail is. You can't see every rainbow and every mountain on the trail because sometimes the weather just doesn't allow it. My hands are so wet and cold that I can't hardly use my phone. I can't get it to take my pen. Finally got it on. There's lots of blueberries that are ripe up here at the top of the little hills and stuff, so I've been eating some blueberries because I'm kind of hungry and I don't really feel like eating Spam and tortillas. But I should be at A-Ball Bridge in 2 or 3 hours, and I can get some food there, and I'm looking forward to that. You can see It stopped raining, but it's still kind of misty and stuff. But almost done with the 100 mile. Almost out. I'm going to eat some blueberries. I'll check in with you later. Those blueberries were not enough to fill me up, so it will be Spam and tortilla. No sauce, no pepper, just Spam and tortilla. Well, this is about the last mile and a half of the 100-mile wilderness headed northbound. Good news is it did stop raining, so things are good. We had such a long way to go today that we decided it'd be hard for everybody to hike at the same pace, so we all decided we'd meet at A-Ball Bridge at the store. We're gonna camp at A-Ball Pines, and it's a long day. It's 24 miles, but we all left early. I left at 5:45. No one left after 6, and I'll get there about 4. And I took, maybe a 15-minute break to eat. So you can see that's 10 hours of hiking. So going 24 miles, it's about a little less than 2.5 mile an hour pace, which I think with the conditions today, that was pretty good. We're camping at A-Ball Pines because rather than spend the night in the 100-mile wilderness one more night and then hike 3 miles into Baxter State Park where you sign up for a camping spot, we decided to get closer because there's only 12 camping spots for thru hikers. So the sheet comes out at 6 in the morning. Don't be surprised if you see 5 of us there at 5 in the morning waiting for that sheet to come out, because we want to get a camping spot at the base of Katahdin and then summit, not hike in from the campground, which is an additional 8 or 9 miles. So the A-Ball Pines campsite is plan B, but plan A is to get a campsite in Baxter State Park and hike up Katahdin from the base of Katahdin, which will be day after tomorrow. But right now, I'm trying to get to A-Ball Bridge. I'll be out of the 100-mile wilderness. I will be able to purchase food, and I won't have to eat Spam and tortillas or just just what I got left. Actually, what I got left is 1 package of salmon and 1 tortilla. So I spaced my food out pretty good. But I'll be out of the wilderness and back into civilization. There we go. That's the end of the 100-mile wilderness. Back into civilization. It's not a lot of people up here, but Baxter State Park's up here, and there's a store up here, and I've got money. So I'm going to get something to eat and something to drink. I can't wait. Out of the wilderness, back to civilization. But you got to remember, this is Maine, and we are way up here. There's no towns. I think the nearest town's 15 miles. We're still kind of remote, but I think there's a store up here.
It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Woo! New York, New York. From Hurt, Mississippi, all the way to Tupelo, I caught an eastbound freight train. all over my face. I'm going to New York City, the greatest place to be unless you're out of your head. Oh, my ocean is a deep one.